Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Yonkers Raceway here on Saturday. It is the 15th of October 2022. Gonna look at the stakes races on the program from Yonkers, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Hit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean around the world. We're gonna look at the stakes races. Actually, the pick four, the mid card pick four. There's one race that's not a stakes race, but why not just look at it? So races 7 through 10. Let's get to it right now. Starting off with the 7th race, which is the feature of the program. It is the Yonkers International Trot. We have a field of 10 trotters going that 1 mile and 1/4 trip, going for that $1 million purse. My top selection, I'm going to go with the 5-horse RCDK. I'm going to go 5-10-3 in your trifecta here. 5-10-3 trifecta. Top selection of 5-horse RCDK. This 6-year-old horse here, Oki Schwanstedt, trains and drives this one. Horse's most recent outing in a pari-mutuel run came at the on the 3rd of September at Mohawk in the Maple Leaf Trot, and he finished second by 1.5 lengths that day. He sat back early. He had a little bit of a turn of foot, but it wasn't anything spectacular. The winner ran a lot better and trotted home decently, going to 1.25 miles. Quick turnaround from the last race, like the qualifier last week where he qualified 1:57-1 at Pocono. I'm going to give him another shot. The 1.25 miles should really suit him well. He qualified in late August at the Meadowlands, finishing 4th that day, where he just just never really got going there, and then he ran the Cashman on Hambo Day at Meadowlands on the 6th of August, where he finished 4th by second by 2 lengths there, and he sat back early. The winner trotted home decently. This horse was just second best there, and then qualified before that the Meadowlands, winning by 21 and 153-2. He was flying that day, and then before that in the Crawford at the Meadowlands on the 2nd of July, he finished 3rd by 2.5 lengths. He was setting the pace that day. Very quick final quarter in 26-2, which he just couldn't keep up with. It just wasn't his day to win. But come to 1.25 miles where they could slow it up. He's a good poster on the half mile going the 1.25 miles. I'm going to give him a shot here. I think the 10 horse Zyko and Geo is your second likeliest winner. His races in Europe haven't been half bad. He actually ran 2 weeks ago and 2 double heats there. He won the first heat very nicely, 153-3 over the mile. Staying the pace, came back later in the day where he finished 3rd by 2.5 lengths from the rail over the mile. But he's a winner of once in 12 offerings this year, but as the season's gone on, he's been getting better. I'll give him a shot here at 9-2 in the pick 4. But to recount my selection for the 7 from Yonkers, it's the Yonkers International Trot. Let's take the 5-horse RCD. Okay, give kudos to the 10 horse Zyko and Geo. 5-10-3 trifecta. 5-10 in the pick 4. The 8th race now from Yonkers. It is the Robert Miecuna International Trot. It's we have a field of 10 trotters going the 1.25 miles trip, going for that $250,000 purse. Top selection here, I'm gonna go with the 4-horse When Doves Cry. 4-9-2 in the trifecta for me. 4-9-2 trifecta. Top selection of 4-horse When Doves Cry. This 6-year-old mare by Muscle Hill here, taking on the boys. Brett Peeling trains. Dave Miller's in the sulky. The horse's most recent appearance came the Aliraj filly mare at Lexington Red Mile, 9th of October, where he finished second by a length that day. He was gaining a little bit late, but the winner just ran that better race, 150-4. They were flying that day. Coming here to the half mile where this horse comes second best, come second over. I think the horse could really run a good race. 2 back in the Dayton Oaks at Dayton, Ohio, 1st of October. He won by 3/4 of a length that day, and had a dream trip from a track position. Slowly moved his way up, got the job 154 flat, an all-around good race there. And then the Miss Versatility at the Delaware County Fair on the 22nd of September, finished second by 2.25 lengths that day. Just stalked, and the winner just ran better. Going to the 1.25 mile trip shouldn't be a problem. I'm going to give this horse a shot. I think the 9-horse Bella Bellini is your second likeliest winner. Dexter Dunn's in the sulky. Most recently, 2 weeks ago in the Dayton Oaks at Dayton, the horse finished 3rd by 1.25 lengths and had a very wide posture. Breaking for the 9-hole, he just really couldn't get out. 2 weeks prior at Hoosier and the Caesars over the mile from the 10-hole second tier, he won by 1 3/4 lengths. He's going to come from the second tier today. I think with the 1.25 miles, he should get a good trip. And 9-2, we'll definitely use him in the pick 4. But to recount my selection for the 8th from Yonkers, let's take the 4-horse When Doves Cry. Give kudos to the 9-horse Bella Bellini. 4-9-2 trifecta. Let's go 4-9 in your multi-race pick 4. The 10th event from Yonkers, it's the Melady's Monet Retirement Trot. It's claiming event, going for $50,000 to $60,000 purse. Field of 10 trotters going that mile trip, going for that $32,000 purse. Gonna take the 5-horse Big Bad Swan as a top selection. 5-3-10 in in your trifecta for me. 5-3-10 trifecta, top selection of 5 horses, Big Bad Swan, 6-year-old gelding by Swan for All. Scott Diamenico trains this one. George E. Brennan's in the sulky. The horse's most recent outing came 26 September at Yonkers and a claiming 50,000, where he finished third by 2 lengths that day. And off the gate, he didn't really get the good trip. He had a little bit of trouble trip going to the first turn, and he just never really got going. Coming from a little bit of a wider post draw, I think he should get a good trip. Now, seeing 10 horses going a mile trip at Yonkers is going to be very fun today. Years ago, they would, not years and years ago now, they would occasionally run like a once a card, like a 9-horse race when I was a kid. But 10 horses, that's going to be, kind of weird. Two back, the horse ran on the 19th of September, Yonkers, on a 50,000 claimer, where he finished 5th by 7.5 lengths. And again, he just never really could get the good turn of foot from a track position, but he won the week prior in a claiming 50, winning by 1.5 lengths that day on the front and all throughout. He really put on a show. It was 156-2 for the final time, not the world's fastest for him, and then before that, winning by 2 3/4 lengths from a second over. He really got the job done. Coming here today at 5-1, I'm going to take him. The 3-horse Emotion Riches is your second likeliest winner. He won last week at Yonkers on the 5th of October in a claiming 50, winning by 3/4 of a length, coming from a tracking position on the pocket. He really took off clear. 2 weeks prior in a claiming 50, he finished 6th by 8 lengths there, and he just never really showed up that day. It was a little bit wide, and it just wasn't his day to win. And then before that, in claiming 50 at Yonkers, finished 2nd by a half length, again just wide, and he just got caught. He got caught a little bit too late there. But coming here with a better post draw, second off the bench at 5-2. Let's use him in the pick 4. But to recount my selection for the ninth from Yonkers, it's the Melady's Monet retirement trot, named after a good overnight horse. I'm going to take the 5-horse Big Bad Swan. Give kudos to the 3-horse Emotions Riches. 5-3-10 trifecta. 5-3 in your multi-race. Pick 4. The 10th race, the final race on the program for the stakes horses at Yonkers, it is the MGM Aria International Pace. It's going for a $250,000 purse. 10 pacers are going the 1.25 mile trip. Gonna take the 2-horse American Courage. 2-1-4 in your trifecta for me. 2-1-4 trifecta. Top selection 2-horse American Courage. 4-year-old horse by American Idea. Matt Kikali's in the sulky. The horse's most recent outing came the 1st of October at Dayton in the Dayton Derby, and he finished 4th by 4 3/4 lengths that day. He set some very fast fractions, 26-2 to that first quarter, which cost him. He hit the wall late in the final quarter. The winner ran decently, but this horse outrun is 43-1 odds. Coming here back to Yonkers, where he won 2 back over the 1.25 mile, shouldn't be a problem. I think he can really run a good race. 2 back in the open handicap on the 19th of September here at Yonkers. He won by 3/4 in length. First start in nearly a month. He basically put on a show at 85 cents a dollar at 151-3. He's just a little bit wide, but he got the job done. A very good race there. And then the Kane Invitational Batavia on the 26th of August. He finished 2nd by 2.5 lengths. He stalked. He just couldn't keep up late that day. That fast, 3/4 got to him. And then before that, at Pocono and Invitational, he finished 2nd by length. They were flying that day. They went 25-2 to that first quarter, which cost this horse, and he just couldn't keep up late. And then prior to that, in the open at Yonkers on the 15th of August, winning by a neck on the front and all throughout. It was a very easy race, 151 flat. He's a fast horse. Track's not as fast as Pocono as it was in August, but I think he can really run a good race. The one horse, this is the plan we'll use in the pick 4 also. Most recently in the Dayton Derby, he finished 3rd by 4 1/4 lengths that day, where he just really couldn't get out. Before that, he just wasn't keeping up in the Hoosier Pacing Derby, and then had a decent second in the Ewart Isoda. Coming here today, he hasn't won in quite a while, but he's run these good races. 6-2 locally this season. I'll give him a shot over the 1.25 mile. But to recap my selection for the 10th from Yonkers, it's the MGM Aria International Pace. Let's take the 2-horse American Courage. Give kudos to the 1-horse. This is the plan. 2-1-4 trifecta. 2-1 in your multi-race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.